welcome to the third and the last presentation for this project. For this sprint, we worked from 17 November up to this day, and in this time frame, we managed to do the most important part, which is testing and actually validating our design. The criteria from which we chose our participants are low digital literacy, aged from 30 to 67 years old, and don't use internet that often. All of us did testings with their users. If you want and you think we have enough time, we can show you excerpts of videos. Would you like that?
Yeah.
Okay. So first testing, Nikki. Maybe you want to tell something about the participant.
Which one? Oh yeah. So this one was with a 52-year-old woman. She works in an office, so she uses like a laptop, but with her only known basic programs. And besides that, everything is like very overwhelming to her. So if it's too much, she gets like a little bit frightened and doesn't want to use it anymore. So I thought she might be good to test with if our like version wasn't too overwhelming. So that's who I tested with first.
Welkom en dankjewel voor het testen van ons platform. Datalab is dit. En dat is een platform waar mensen alle projecten en documenten van de gemeente kunnen vinden. En het is de bedoeling dat zowel de medewerkers van de gemeente en de eigenlijk burgers van Den Haag er allemaal in kunnen en al hun data en projecten en hun eigen informatie en zo daarin kunnen zetten. En dat ze andere mensen kunnen vinden om mee samen te werken. Dus voor de medewerkers is het meer een professioneel platform. Dus zij kunnen daar al hun werkprojecten en zo en al hun documenten in kwijt. En al hun collega's vinden. En zien wat hun andere collega's hebben gedaan allemaal. Zodat ze geen dubbel werk doen ook. En voor de burgers is het meer zodat het een beetje transparant is wat de gemeente nou eigenlijk allemaal doet.
Okay.
Dus ja, dat is het platform.
Ja.
Ik heb een paar opdrachten voor jou om te kijken of je ze kan vinden. Je kan niet echt iets fout doen, want als jij iets niet kan vinden of ergens naartoe gaat wat niet klopt, dan is dat een probleem van ons ontwerp.
Okay.
Dus je kan niet falen of zo bij deze test.
Nee.
Wij kunnen falen.
Yeah.
Yeah, so after this, we tested a couple of features that we thought would be the most challenging or most overwhelming. So one of them was the circle. What else did we test? We did the connection, so the big connection web, if they could find that. Adding tasks in their office, and if they could find where their task would be, because maybe office was not the most direct term to use. So yeah, and then one other task.
And then project chart. The other testing was done by Nico. You want to give context about your testings?
No, that's also mine.
Ah, that is also.
Yeah, this was a 62-year-old man, and he does not use a laptop for anything but Word. So it was very confusing for him to begin with.
Dit is dus even voor de
Yeah, you can just, it's fine. It's the same thing, but like with a 64-year-old man.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see you added the menu bar on the top.
Yes,
Nice.
we're getting there, yeah. So based on the testings, the iterations that we did are as follow. On the circle page, we have the legenda. Is that in English?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah. Then we also edited the card pages because if you remember, before it was lots of text here and not very intuitive what is gonna happen when you click on it. But right now we have an image and the call to action buttons.
You can show this as well. This is how it would look if you delete one of the themes. Yeah. Where do you want to go?
Yeah, you can zoom in maybe so that.
Oh yeah, we have like a zoom in function, so you can like zoom circle in further and see more projects appear. The further you zoom in, and then we have to zoom out again. You can also do it by clicking on a certain area.
And then also these cards are also color coded. So the citizen initiatives are red when you click them. The municipality projects are green. Because while testing, some of the users were confused. What does the color mean?
And we have added accessibility buttons.
So basically this function should be on every page, so a user can easily choose what settings they want based on their accessibility preparation.
Yeah. The next one is we edited the office page. So we improved the hierarchy of the to-do tasks. Before that we had a button, as you can see here. They were all the way at the bottom. You had to scroll there to find it. Then we also placed it at the very bottom, but the default setting was to see just 3 tasks. And then now the final version is that we have it at the top. Yeah. The other additions are in the navigation bar. Now we move the My Office next to the personal items, also based on testings, because users were suppose they would find something that belongs to them where they have edit access that would be next to their profile. So we put it there. We also added all of the access tools right there, so it's easy to find. Also just small small accessibility things. We added a connection button, changed colors of the other buttons just to show hierarchy again, added zooming in buttons for the pages on the connection, straight away jumping there.
Oh, that's the wrong one. It's fine. Don't worry, we'll edit it.
Yeah. And a very big important part of our project, the homepage. We got lots of feedback from the client, from the users, and it looks like so. We had 3 iterations on the homepage. First, it was a very blunt white page with very text-like formal approach, but at the last demo we got the feedback to keep our abstract conceptual visual format, so we changed it. When you hover on it,
You can see what you're going to. Yeah.
then we added some more pages. For example, we try to, on all of the pages that we made and that we added more, we try to keep in mind our target audience this time, so less digital literate people and older people. Of course, they have some troubles with size, so we increased the size for everything. We made the padding the same. We adjusted button colors, and now the new pages are creating a post and creating a task. In the forum, we have the possibility to create a post now. We can choose either we post it in a public space, it's private. Also, the AI auto generates some taglines so that it's easier to find. And also create a task. Yeah. Now you have this option also.
Yeah. You can add a title, description. You can either assign the task to yourself or to a team member. And this can be different for everyone. So say someone has added a task somewhere else. So you have this guy. His task is not accessible for his colleagues, so they can't edit it, but he can only edit it himself. Or you can do like kind of half restrictive where you can have people not edit the settings of your tasks, but they can edit your title or description or something.
Yes.
You have settings
Then-
everywhere.
Yeah, speaking about settings, we also added a settings page.
Yeah. So here you can make some general personalized adaptations to how your platform works. So basically everything that you want to have for yourself in this platform is under your office. So that you can edit like the notifications, and if you want to download the documents, you edit and stuff like that. And then more personal settings to a specific project or something are then in the actual page for that project. So these are just the more general settings for your entire platform.
And then the resources page,
Yes.
where we can see the financial resources of Data Lab, human resources, a budget overview, a budget forecast that the AI provides, and all of the categories, where does the money go? Because one of our objective was to keep in mind this transparency and to increase the trust in government.
Yeah, we have a citizen version of the office as well, so it's a little bit different. You don't really want to, if you're doing it yourself, it's not really a task, so that's why we call it My Actions here. Also, instead of your projects, it's your initiatives, because it's like all from their own effort. Then the resources here are also a little bit different. Instead of the job, you have like the role of the person in your initiative. And of course the budgets would be look a little bit different, but it's generally the same, but mostly the language and a little bit more limited functions have been edited, so it applies a little bit more to their needs.
Then we have the open document page and the edit document page. In the data library, we completed the data library with more pages. Yes.
See, it's kind of a template used from the project page because it's kind of similar thing. But here, you can see the version of the project, you can zoom in, zoom out, download, search keywords, and open it the full page. Same side panel with the theme, topic, document type, who did what, comments, which you can scroll, and AI stuff, yay. So summary, you can regenerate the summary, you can compare versions, also it's going to be generated, related documents. And how the editing page works is here. And again, it's kind of similar to this project one, but you can download more documents here. You can choose what type of, what version is it from each year. And related documents, so this is, it's not you upload something from your computer, but you search within the system, so something that is already uploaded. So something that is already prepared here, you can search. Yeah, and you can delete stuff, obviously.
Also, there is a translate button in your document page.
Oh, yeah.
And the entire website is also translatable. We have in the navbar.
So you can translate the entire contents of the website, but you don't necessarily always want to translate a document because you might lose something. So that's why we did the documents separately. So you can translate them if you want to, but sometimes you have a Dutch website with an English document, you don't necessarily want to read it in Dutch. So that's why we did that separately.
Also, you can the notifications sidebar. We also yeah.
So you have different types of notifications. You'd want to access your requests first because that's something that actually has some time urgency. Someone might want to join your project or edit your document, and you always want to see that, so that's always on top. And then when people tag you or when you get an update from something, it is at the bottom, but you can always just select what you want to see and what you don't want to see. So that's the notification bar.
Yes, this is all of the things that we added on and iterated based on the testings and on this demo.
One last thing is we did the chat button.
Oh yeah, the chat. Yeah, it's based on the testing. So we did a lot of tiny tweaks with the testing, so it would be a lot to go through every tiny thing, but that's also an example. So when we asked people to go to the chat, they didn't always notice the chat button in top, but they wanted to go there through the, yeah, it's also there. It's just, basically you can't really go wrong anymore, because it's just everywhere people look for it, where it could be, it is findable. So that's mostly what we changed for everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks.